Okay, good morning, guys. So, today I'm going to read the book Marshmallow by Clare Truly Newberry. So, this is a cute little bunny. Oh, I used to have actually a white bunny. Her name was Bunny Foof. So, I thought this was a cute book to read today because you were doing your project with your carrots, your stick carrots, and your numbers. So, we're going to read this book called Marshmallow. Everybody can see it. Okay, Marshmallow. Oh, what's that? Can you guys see that? That is a kitty cat in a box. Kitty cats love to lay in boxes. My kitty cat loves to lay in bags, actually. So, you're going to hear my kitty cat for sure. She heard me say cat and just loves to meow. So, Oliver was a gray cat with tabby markings who lived in an apartment. Many a cat has to catch his dinner before he can eat it. But Oliver was lucky. When he was hungry, all he had to do was mention the fact to Mrs. Tilly, and she would open the refrigerator and get out his liver or chopped beef. Peace and quiet was what he wanted. As Oliver never went out, he did not know that the world was full of other animals. The only mice in his life were gray flannel ones filled with catnip, and the nearest thing to a rabbit he had ever seen was a stuffed, plush Easter bunny. But Oliver did not care. Peace and quiet was what he wanted, and his meals on time. Life, however, cannot always be like that. One day Miss Tilly called him from the kitchen. There you go. Priscilla meowed for you, replied Oliver, and he hurried over, expecting to find his dinner. Instead, Miss Tilly was smiling at something she held in her two cupped hands. It was small, white, and furry. What do you think of this, Oliver? She said. Its name is Marshmallow. She held the furry thing to her cheek for a moment, then set it on the floor. It had tall ears, pink eyes, a wiggly nose, and twitchy whiskers. And it was alive. Oliver was appalled. He took one wild look at the creature, then squinched his eyes tight shut. Oliver, what is the matter with you? Cried Miss Tilly. Don't you tell me you're afraid of a little tiny baby bunny. But Oliver was afraid. He was too frightened even to run away, but crouched in a corner, opening and closing his eyes as if it actually hurt them to look at a rabbit. As for Marshmallow, he was a very unhappy little bunny. All he wanted was to be home again with his nice, warm, furry mother. If he had been a kitten, he would have meowed. If he had been a puppy, he would have howled. And if he had been a baby, he would have cried his eyes out. But being a bunny, he just sat still and felt sad. Oh, look at the sad kitty. His mommy got a bunny. He's not happy about that. However, Marshmallow cheered up a bit when he had his dinner, a raw carrot and a bowl of rolled oats. The bowl said D-O-G, dog, on it, for the shop did not have any dishes with rabbit, R-A-B-B-I-T, or bunny, B-U-N-N-Y, on them. But as Marshmallow could not read, this did not much matter. He ate the green carrot top first, for he was thirsty. Then he munched part of the carrot. After that, he tried the rolled oats, eating with little quick nibbles. Crunch, crunch, crunch. When he had finished eating, he hopped into the bowl and took a nap. That night, Marshmallow slept in the bathroom on a bed made out of a folded towel. It was not the same as having a soft, furry mother to cuddle against. Still, he did not cry. Look at that silly bunny falling asleep in the dog dish. Now, he did not have... nor did he yowl for his breakfast the next morning. If only it were nice and quiet like that, Oliver, yawned Miss Tilly, when Oliver woke her with frantic scratching and meowings at her bedroom door. Miss Tilly warmed some chopped beef for him, gave Marshmallow another carrot, and made herself some coffee and toast. Then she sat down at her typewriter and wrote, A Poem in Praise of Rabbits. A bunny is a quiet pet. A bunny is the best thing yet. A bunny never makes a sound. A bunny's nice to have around. Puppies whimper, bark, and growl. Kittens meow and tomcats yowl. Birdies twitter, chirp, and tweet. Moo cows moo and lambkins bleat. Some creatures bellow, others bray. Some hoot or honk or yap or neigh. Most creatures make annoying noises, even little girls and boyses. A bunny, though, is never heard. He simply never says a word. A bunny's a delightful habit. No one's complete without a rabbit. That morning, Oliver felt much braver. He hardly squinched his eyes at all when he looked at the bunny now, and by afternoon he was watching Marshmallow with an expression that would have terrified an older and wiser rabbit. Marshmallow, however, was a tiny new baby that scarcely noticed what went on. He ate when he was hungry, and the rest of the time he slept with his paws tucked up under him to keep them warm. Oliver began creeping toward the sleeping bunny, his eyes glaring wickedly. But just as he got ready to spring, Miss Tilly cried, "Oliver, don't you dare hurt that bunny." Oliver sat up blinking innocently. "This just isn't going to work out," Miss Tilly told herself sadly. "Cats always have hunted rabbits, and I suppose they always will." She put Oliver in the other room, and after that she did not let him come near Marshmallow. The cat was not very nice to the bunny, was he? Marshmallow began to notice more. Soon Marshmallow began lolloping about the apartment, sniffing things and then tasting them, and nearly everything seemed to taste pretty good. He nibbled the rugs, working very hard in one place until he had gnawed a little bare spot before moving on. He stood on his hind legs and yanked books out of the bookcase. He chewed the chair and table legs, and every time Miss Tilly sat down for a moment, he came hopping up cheerfully to untie her shoelaces. He was a very busy little bunny. Miss Tilly was surprised to find that he nibbled so many things besides carrots. She wrote another poem on her typewriter, which she called A Solemn Warning to Rabbit Lovers. A bunny nibbles all day long. A bunny doesn't think it's wrong. He nibbles mittens, mufflers, mops. He only pauses when he hops. He nibbles curtains, lamp cords, shoes. He only stops to take a snooze. Sofa pillow, ribbons, rugs. He takes a mouthful, then he tugs. Galoshes, boxes, books, and string. A bunny nibbles everything. Oh my goodness, my rabbit used to nibble on stuff too. She had a special blanket, and we'd lay it down, and she would get on there, and she just loved it. She would take it her little paws and scratch at it, and then she'd nibble at it, and so there were all sorts of little holes all over that blanket. She loved that thing. One afternoon, Miss Tilly stayed out later than usual. When Oliver woke from his nap, there was no dinner waiting for him, so he trotted to the door of the other room and said, "Meow." There was no answer, but he could hear odd sounds in the next room, small scuffling noises that caused his eyes to widen and his ears to point suddenly forward. These sounds were made by Marshmallow's little feet as he went lippity-lippity around the room. Marshmallow had discovered Miss Tilly's old plush Easter bunny and had thoroughly nibbled its whiskers. Now he was just frolicking about the room and kicking up his heels for sheer joy of being alive. Oliver was listening and sniffing while his eyes grew bigger and bigger. "Meow," he said again, and scratched impatiently at the door. When this did no good, he stood up on his hind legs and patted the doorknob. Finally, he reached up both forepaws, and with one on each side of the knob, he worked it this way and he worked it that. At last there was a small click. The door swung open, and Oliver padded silently into the next room. And there was the rabbit, skipping about as if he hadn't a care in the world. Oh boy, the kitty's in there with the rabbit, and last time it wasn't good, so Miss Tilly had put the rabbit up, didn't she? Or the kitty cat up. He would dash several feet in one direction, stop suddenly, and spring into the air. Then he would turn and dash back to his starting point and jump again, back and forth, back and forth. That silly bunny. Oliver watched it with great interest. Each time the little rabbit whisked by him, he lashed his tail and got ready to spring. But somehow he couldn't quite do it. Perhaps he remembered that Miss Tilly had told him not to hurt the bunny, or perhaps he was still just a bit afraid. Suddenly Marshmallow sat up tall and stared at the cat, his soft nose twitching rapidly. He looked most inquisitive, but not in the least alarmed. Marshmallow sat up tall. What was the great striped animal, he wondered? Could it possibly be his mother in a new coat? And while Oliver hesitated, trying to make up his mind to pounce, all at once Marshmallow scampered joyfully up to him and kissed him on the nose. Aww. Sweet. Marshmallow shut his eyes and snuggled close, blissfully happy to have found another furry animal. Even when Oliver opened his jaws and took hold of him with his teeth, oh, bad kitty, Marshmallow was not afraid, for the next moment Oliver was licking his face as tenderly as any mother cat would her kitten. And like any mother cat, he licked the fur in the wrong direction so that it stood on end and looked all mussed up. Aw, do you see the kitty? The kitty's cleaning. Oliver's cleaning Marshmallow. Aw. The bunny cuddled up to him. After that, Miss Tilly let them play together every day, for she thought they were friends. They romped like two kittens, and wherever the cat went, Marshmallow followed, lippity-lippity right at his heels. And whenever Oliver lay down to take a nap, the bunny cuddled up as close to him as he could get. Oliver forgot that he had ever thought of Marshmallow as a strange animal to be pounced upon. He adopted the little bunny and brought him up as his own kitten. And although Oliver never said so, I cannot help thinking that in time he came to agree with Miss Tilly that... What do you think happened? Do you think that they were bad to each other or mean to each other? I don't know. I don't think so. A bunny's a delightful habit. No home's complete without a rabbit. Aw, so they became best friends. Aw, that's so precious. Very nice. So brighten your home with a bunny. He's fat, he's frisky, he's funny. He's soft, he's downy, he's cute, he's clowny. Oh, brighten your home with a bunny. So, the person that wrote this book was born in Eugene, Oregon. She studied art at the University of Oregon, the School of the Portland Art Museum, the California School of Fine Arts, and La Grande Chimere in Paris. I'm probably not saying that right, France. She received the Caldecott honor for 4 of her books: T-Bone the Babysitter, Marshmallow, April's Kittens, and Barkus. In Miss Newberry's own words, every word of Marshmallow is true, even to the drawing of them wrapped in each other's arms. I know people find this hard to believe, but the bunny was so little and was so convinced that Oliver was his mother. What could Oliver do but be his mother the best way he could? Aww. So, Marshmallow. I hope you guys enjoyed the book today. I will go ahead and read another book and record another video, and you guys can watch that a little bit later if you want to. Okay? Take care. Have a good day. Bye.